Hi everyone. Thanks for coming. Really do appreciate it, my invisible audience. Nice to see you here. Uh, as you might know, I kind of like put on the forefront Discord that I'm bringing up something a bit personal today. Obviously, I didn't stream Wednesday or Friday, and this is related to that. Now, this is a pre-recorded message. I will be, while I'm streaming this on Twitch, watching. Um, if you do ask anything, I may answer, I may not. Maybe after, I'm not too sure yet. I'm literally just winging this right now. And obviously, this game is Blade and Sorcery, just because I kind of wanted to have like a character to speak to you, if that makes sense, and a camera to kind of record on and not just rant on forefront. Obviously, this is a game I play. I think I did my stream, did some clips on it. I think I did clips on it and did stream. Yeah, I don't just play forefront. I do play other things, maybe not stream everything. Also, Extra 33 stream as well. Anyway, getting off topic. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a bad week last week, quite a distressing one. But to get into that, I need to give you some context. So, basically, these are my three cats. There is Binx, Mary, and Pip. The story of these cats, well, I've had them for almost 10 years. And we got Binx first, and that was with my partner, my girlfriend at the time. But basically, she wanted a cat. I didn't mind it. You know, I like pets, I like animals. But obviously, renting a place is always a bit awkward, especially in the UK. So obviously, I said to her, ask the landlord, and he's okay with it. We'll get a cat, and that's how we got little Binx. That was the first cat, and then she was a sweet little thing. Honestly, nice little black cat. I'll show some pictures during this as well. I'm going to quickly edit this. It will be very rough. I do apologise. This is all going to be very rough. But yeah, I'll show some pictures of her probably up here or over there. But yeah, basically, we got her as a kitten. Lovable little thing. How we got Mary and Pip? Well, basically, when the kitten lost its appeal to her and she wouldn't really look after it properly, change its litter, feed when it's hungry and all that, and so I did all that, Binx bonded to me, and that upset her. So when she saw these two cats at the RSPCA, she got them renamed Mary and Pip, and they were like a year old. We had Binx for a year at this point, so they're all around the same age. And basically the same thing happened, and I had these three cats. And they've been with me through some of the worst times I've had in my life, even including that breakup. They've been much better than most people that I know. So that's a bit of context. You may have seen Mary sometimes on stream when I first started streaming, like not really taking it too seriously, just giving it a go. Like I'll say, like maybe a year or two ago, just seeing if I can make affiliate. So, what happened last week? Binx got quite ill, and at one point I thought she was getting better. So I thought, cold, she's recovering, it's fine. And then she started getting what sounded like mucus. But she was, other than that, she looked absolutely fine. Still played, still ate, still drank, still lovable cat I know. Getting hiding into boxes, jumping up things, getting into mischief, and playing with the other two. But because of the cough not going, I was getting concerned, especially starting hearing like the mucus. So I booked her in for the vet last Tuesday. Took her in. She did a checkup on her. As you could hear when she was breathing this mucus, and it sounded like a chesty cough. Best way to describe it. She listened to her heart, her lungs, took a temperature, listened to her throat. Heart was fine, lungs were fine, temperature was fine. Just thought it was an upper respiratory infection. Gave her some antibiotics, anti-inflammatory, and gave me medication of those two as well in the form of pill and liquid to carry on for a week. See her back in a week and see where it's gone. If nothing was to happen, like she wouldn't get better, she says more like there might be a mass or something in her throat, and that's what's causing an irritation. Unfortunately, after she had the injections, she wasn't herself when we got home. And I kind of thought that's normal with antibiotics. A bit lost appetite, been to the vet, tired, and it was in the evening. So, I let her rest. And in the morning, she was still sleeping, didn't want to eat, didn't want to drink. She still was responsive to me and everything, so I thought maybe she's still not a bit hungry. So when I went to work, I went home on lunch, tried again, nothing. I kind of thought to myself, and it hasn't been 24 hours, considering we went to the vet in the evening. She would have ate throughout the day because she was still eating at that point. It's not been quite 24 hours, so maybe it's just the drugs. Also, I gave her medicine in the morning as well, and that could still be it. She's just getting used to them. So, waited full 24 hours. She didn't change. Still not eating, not drinking, just laying down, no energy. Would still look at me when I called her and rubbed her, stroked her. And so, with that happening, I started to panic. Thought maybe it was a mass and these medicines have made it worse. So, got an appointment to the vet, took her there. Vet said, we'll x-ray her in case it is a mass, like the previous vet said. Got x-ray, she came back. There was no mass. She told me it seemed like she was having she has an underlying severe asthmatic condition. And obviously with this infection, it's playing a bit of havoc. So she said the best thing to do is give her steroids. Hopefully that will open up her airways. And that's great. Go home with steroids until she clears up the infection and it'll be good. But she wanted to leave Binx there just to monitor her and sent me home and said, if she deteriorates, we'll give you a call. I go home. I don't receive a phone call or anything for a good few hours. It was getting to 2 o'clock and I brought her in at the appointment was for 10. I maybe left 10:30, 11. So I'm thinking if anything bad would have happened, I surely would have heard by now. It's literally as soon as I finished that thought, the phone rang. And the steroids did nothing. She was the same. And the vet, rather than discussing choices over the phone, told me to come in. I guess she heard how I sounded. So I went in. As you do. Reception realises and puts me in the room and says she'll be with a minute. And even though I wasn't waiting long, it felt long. She comes with Binx, wrapped up in a blanket. You take the lid off the cage. She's like, no energy. She still sounds the same. No improvement. She obviously says, everything's up to me at this point. We could continue treatment, try some other things, but obviously that will cost. And considering nothing else was working, it's very unlikely it was going to work either. She's only suspecting it was a severe asthmatic condition or chronic bronchitis, but as she's having trouble breathing, she realised the best thing was to put her to sleep. I obviously had pets in the past as a kid, but then parents never took me to the vets when these things happened. They always happened out of sight. So I'm there with this decision to make. And I know it's the right one, but you just think through your head, how? Obviously, you have to do the best thing. And so I just asked her again, is it really the best thing to do? Is there no point in trying? And she said, it's my decision, but in her opinion, it was the right thing to do. So I agreed to it. And they ask if you want to stay in the room or if you want to leave and get called when it's done. I say I out to stay. I don't think it was right to leave her. The person who originally wanted her left her. I wasn't going to do that to her. She didn't deserve that. So She asked if I wanted to just stroke her and hold her. I believe holding her was best. Just so she know I was there in case she was too sick to even know I was there. And one thing that caught me by surprise, how quick it is. It's just one thing I now hate about movies when you have like a sad pet story and anything like that is how they show it as a slow, gentle sleep. But I'm guessing it's the reality of everyone, but for Binx, it was fast. That's not said it's a bad thing. When she, because she had the IV and still put the needle in and gave her the injection, she I stopped hearing how she was breathing. Basically, the chesty sounds stopped. The vet lab gave me some time. I just held. I'm honestly kind of thinking that maybe some it's just stupid. Some miracle would happen and she'll be fine. But she stopped, and she was gone. Even though I know I wasn't too late, it was just unfortunate. But I know what I did do was the right thing. But she was a beautiful cat. You see by the pictures. To me, she's quite unique, quite a personality. She loved getting as up high as she can. Loved being a little sneak. I was hiding in box on that. There's a time I've told this people so many times was one that made me panic where she I don't even know how she got in the tumble dryer and the door was closed, and I was calling her. And I was hearing her meow, but couldn't work out. I thought she was somehow under the stairs. I thought she was in my roommate's room. Until I worked out where it was coming from. Opened the door, she was there. She didn't look happy that she was closed in. So that is why I didn't stream last week on Wednesday and Friday. I took her home because obviously the other two need to know that she's gone and say their goodbyes. And my current girlfriend, you may see her at some point on an called Raging Pinky. She's been on chat a few times. She helped me find a good crematorium. They handled her with care. Give me some clippings in a little bottle and some paw prints. I think one of the hardest. And sometimes I see something black, I think it's her. That sounds bad. I see something in my flat. Small black thing, like a bottle for Breeze I use for cleaning. And for a split second, just thought it was her there sitting, looking at me with her judgmental eyes. But the reason I wanted to talk about was just not to let you know, even though I do not have a big audience, I know. There's very few of you that watch me or stick around and all that, but I still, as an audience, you still have the right to kind of, to know why I weren't streaming those days. So the other thing I want to talk about is, let's see, to not ever feel, I guess, shy about talking about these things. This is for you, my invisible audience. But it's to also let all you know it's okay to talk about these things. Okay to let out your emotions. I can tell you now, last week, every time I visited that vet, there were tears in my eyes. I weren't ashamed of it, not acting manly over it. I was hurting. And it's okay to show that. It's okay to talk about that. And I see quite clearly I'm still hurting now. And I'll probably get someone to take the piss out of this. It's the internet. Doesn't surprise me. But, they're probably going through something as well, and that's how they cope. Not the most healthy way to cope if you are someone who's like that. But if you are, talk to someone. That it's okay to grieve, even if it's a pet. I know not people say cats are awful pets and nothing like dogs. They don't bond. BS. Utter BS. They all bonded to me. I know it shouldn't have been. It's probably should have been settling down. I will be editing this, so there'll be choppy parts. I say, it's okay to talk about these things. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry in front of people. I'm not going to reveal my exact age, but let's just say I'm getting to the definitely more older part of life that everyone dreads. And I'm happy to show my emotions. It's sometimes annoying, yeah. The ADHD and multiplying it, intensifying it. But I'm happy to talk about it. It's good to talk about it. And so anyone, even if you're grieving over a pet, it's not stupid. It's absolutely not stupid to cry over a pet because they're not a pet. They are a friend. They're a companion. There are creatures that have been there for you through like the toughest times more than any person could. Because, they don't care about money. They care about you and being happy. Anyway, if you did stay and watch all this or come part way through, whatever, or you're just waiting for the actual game to start, thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching and listening. So we'll get on with the stream. I said I will get back there. Always. And I always remember Binx. My little sneaky Binx. My little sneaky Binx. Take care. I'll see you in a minute.